Randy Bond has the ball on a tee. Devon Booth back to receive for State. A&M undefeated 4-0. Mississippi State at 4-1. And we are underway at Kyle Field. No return for Booth and a healthy Blake Shapen.
Through the adversity of this crowd tonight. That'll be the question.
And they run it off tackle on the first play. And Fluff Bothwell is able to pick up 13 on first down.
Fluff has been a game changer for this offense. As you see the tempo pick up, the physicality that he brings between the tackles is an improvement on what they had last year.
Shapen swallowed up. Sacked 5 times last week. And now Damian Sanford gets to him on the second play tonight.
Boy, it's just a protection.
So 2nd and 16. Back to the run game. Nothing doing. And Blake Shapen is a veteran quarterback. He has played in tough stadiums before, but you're looking at a 3rd and long against an elite defense and 100,000 Maroons screaming at you. Or for tonight, flat in black. Shapen pressured again, down again. 2nd sack of the night for Texas A&M. Deion Hayes and Cassius Howell met at the quarterback.
Sure. 3rd longs are going to be a nightmare tonight for Mississippi State. They got to avoid it at all costs.
Punt taken at the 25. KC Concepcion. There's a flag down. 47-yard punt, 9 on the return.
Boy, how about that crowd?
It's insane.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 14, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So, to your point, we saw how the crowd is in the backfield with him. He has been a wrecker over the last couple of games. Moss hurdles and a flag down, likely a hold, and then he goes somersaulting up to the 35. It's a gain of 20 if it stands, but already 2 flags against A&M. And that combo fund will look a little heftier after this first possession.
Holding, offense, number 55, after distance to the goal, still first down.
Armaj Reed Adams is flagged. This is an A&M team that gets penalized more than anybody else in the country. And Mike Elko joked, we're going to have a combo fund. The coaches are going to take the fine money and get a great vacation.
Yeah, Zachary Tillman does a great job of attacking Reed.
Reed pulls it back, wants to throw to the perimeter, and a beautiful route by KC Concepcion. It's a pickup of 13. Gets him to a manageable 2nd and 4. And another penalty flag. He had 12 men on the field.
Now,
Legal substitution, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Now, does that take money out of the Cabo Fund? Because that was...
4-man rush for State. Reed dances out of the pocket. First guy only got a hand on him, and it will leave 3rd in less than a yard. Last week against Auburn. And the 1 yard is simple enough. You saw the graphic on their struggles on 3rd down, primarily because they have
them get ahead of the sticks. And as you mentioned, clean up those penalties, and that'll fix it quick.
a little trickeration. Here's Concepcion. Finds the edge. And finally forced out after a gain of 16 by KC Concepcion.
Along with Mario Craver.
And incomplete as they tried to get it out to Moss out of the backfield. Reed looking middle. And it's incomplete and nearly picked. Right behind Orstrom. Communication from that O-line with the play clock at 1. Here comes pressure. Reed hangs a U-turn. Tries to find the perimeter. Throws on the run and he dirts it. And that'll be the end of the possession.
Yeah, I think it was linebacker walked up into that A-gap late and caused that protection adjustment.
Tyler White with a boomer. That was up even with the third deck. Big time hang time. Taken at the 11 after a 43-yard punt. Second opportunity. is in the backfield with Blake Shapen, who was sacked twice on the opening possession. Quick release to Aiden Williams, and he's out after a gain of a couple by Dalton Brooks.
Yeah, protection's going to be a common theme of going up against this really good defensive front for Texas A&M.
Shapen gets rid of it on time again. This to Brennan Thompson, a former Oklahoma Sooner. And Cole, not only that, but they feared
Move there for the Bulldogs.
see if it can pay off. It did not work on the first possession, and the run game bottled up as Devon Booth, who transferred in from Utah State, gets stopped after a gain of 1. Welcome to a Big 12 championship. Was MVP of the championship game as a Bear. And great coverage, but still complete. Anthony Evans, who transferred on this no-huddle attack. Shapen hands it off. It's the first down and plenty more. Booth got tripped up on the logo, but he was off to the races. Cole, it seems like a very simple run game right up the A-gap.
Well, I tell you, this is one they get downhill a little bit faster than they have in previous years. These two backs make it go as well, Tom, but it's that old running back dive from the Dolphins playbook in Tech Mobile.
22-yard gain. Shapen connects again with Evans, this time on the right side. When this offense is moving, Jordan, what does it look? Bothwell is now in a running back. He takes a direct snap straight ahead again. The second first down run where they've gone right down the alley. Back-to-back 100-yard games for Bothwell. Another chance for him here. What does that do to A&M defensively when they keep getting hit right in the heart of the defense?
Well, they're tired. I mean, you just feel the tempo, right? These are big, physical defensive linemen that now have gone 6 or 7 snaps in about 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Again to the A-gap, but this one bounces out a little bit, and broken tackles on the run by Bothwell. Lead against the Aggies. Pressure from the edge. Shapen sidearms it out of there, complete to Booth, and he is able to weave his way down inbounds and just short of the marker to be second in inches. Well, the first possession was a Mississippi State disaster. This one looks more like Monet. Booth
In the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Booth, all-conference performer last year. Here he is, changes direction again, and jumps forward to set up second and goal from the 2. And his direct snap to him. Barrels his way towards the goal line, but short. Ask Mike Elko about the opening drive for Mississippi.
False start.
New quarterback.
Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Yeah, I was just about to say my only concern.
Third and goal. They'll roll the pocket away from trouble. There's a lot of it into the end zone and incomplete. But he had an entire convoy yard attempt. The lefty from the right hash had it all the way. 15 plays, 83 yards, and kicks it away. Get a closer look at what Marcel Reed brings to the table.
Yeah, I've said it already. Timing have been so much improved.
And they added a couple of deep ball weapons on the perimeter. Concepcion was guarded that time. He had nowhere to go. Teron Manning was blanketed all over, number 10 yards per game. In a monster game at Notre Dame. On the ground, it's Reuben Owens. Yards. And another long third down. And he's going to uncork it deep. And too much air underneath that one. Trying to find Mario Kramer, who has elite speed.
Underthrown balls on the deep shots, allowing receivers to make a play on it.
Fair catch taken by Anthony Evans. And the second loss of the season for the Longhorns. Blake Shapen pulls it back, gets pressured again. And the move. And shoved out of bounds. No flag in that push by Marco Jones. Let's meet the impact players.
Yeah, running backs for Mississippi State going to play a big role in this game. Bothwell and Booth. You've seen the protection issues. They got to be able to run the ball out of that because Cassius Howell on the other side, one of the best defensive ends in the country, and a corner, Des Ricks, who's playing as good as anybody in the SEC right now.
Ricks was originally an Alabama signee. The ball comes loose, and Chapin able to fall on it. Damian Sanford is seeing more time due to the injury to starter Scooby Williams, and he's already made an impact on this play.
The ruling on the field was the runner was down prior to losing possession.
Chapin handed it off. Bothwell. Time last week. Concepcion stands inside the far hash. Calls for everybody to get away. That one takes a state hop and trickles down to the 21. That was a 61-yard punt
to try to keep them straight up.
Coleman Hutzler is a defensive coordinator for Mississippi State. There you go.
Right, quick, easy throw. Getting Mario Craver, one of my impact players, the ball in space. Good things usually happen. Le'Veon Moss, the bruising running back, coming off a career game last week, 139 yards. And on the other side, Tony Mitchell filling in for Isaac Smith, who's injured. And the defensive end transfer, Malik Silla, a guy that needs to find a way to affect this game.
Smith is a huge loss. Versatility on the defensive side for State. We played both safety and linebacker.
Definitely the versatility they're going to miss on that side of the ball.
Mitchell is a five-star recruit. Reed has all day. Deep out route. Everybody there. Two black shirts, two white shirts. Craver and Concepcion.
Back, understanding when to take those chances and when not to.
So on the ground, and Reuben Owens. Marcel Reed has gotten off to a really good start this season. Former Heisman finalist as a running quarterback at Kansas State. Reed pressured out of the pocket and scampers out of bounds. Took a hit, a yard onto the ribbon, and that would bring a flag. Tyler Lockhart couldn't pull up in time.
Freshman.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 11, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Lockhart and Tyler Lockhart. Past midfield thanks to the penalty. Aggies will take the gift in a shifty run by Reuben Owens, who averaged 17 yards a carry last week in limited carries against Auburn.
Out there, I think they can lean on the run game against this front.
They go to the right side. It's Owens again, and that entire pile moves to pick up a first down. Orstrom is the extra tight end in the game now. Now Reed on a crossing route, able to connect with Terry Bussey. And he keeps his footing enough to pick up the first down on a gain of 13. Product down to Tiny Timpson. 13 personnel now. Off to the left goes Owens, huge hole. Lockhart in on the stop, and they're knocking on the door to another first down. 2nd and 2 coming up.
You get this big surface that you got to fill gaps in.
Off to the right goes Le'Veon Moss, and a first down. Cole, what have you seen on tape from the 8?
Guys 3-4 yards down the field.
Concepcion in motion, takes it around the edge. Ron Manning forces him out, and finally putting a drive together. 12th play of the drive. Off the left side is Moss. The first drive was undone. Give the first man. That's Borkature had the game winner against Notre Dame. The tight end as the fullback.
Oh, a little fullback.
Former A&M big back.
Yeah, that's a good one. Straight up the gut. And Moss stops shy of the goal line. That will leave 2nd and goal inside the 1. Ball, specifically Oklahoma State. Direct snap, and they got him bottled up. Moss unable to advance. Maybe got to pass the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal coming up. 3 tight ends on the left side. Here's Owens with a burst and a lean over the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Running the Wildcat.
After video review, the runner was down a half a yard short of the goal line. It'll be 4th down.
That's Orstrom. And they go straight ahead, and State held them. Owens had nowhere to go. All of that misdirection, and State didn't fall for it. A 4th down goal line stop. Bothwell, the running back. Maybe a yard. The veteran hands it off, and there is no daylight thanks to Tyler Onyedum. And here's where backs against Utah State, but only one since. They bring the house. Chapin lets it fly. Incomplete. Great effort, Anthony Evans on a dead sprint, but Marcus Ratliff was in on the coverage. See if they come after Ethan Pulliam. They play for the return. Pulliam gets away a boomer. Concepcion at the 42. And he's found daylight. KC Concepcion with an immaculate return. Flag down back at the 36-yard line. 53-yard punt, 43 on the return.
During the return, holding, return team, number 8. 10-yard penalty, 1st down, Texas A&M.
Jordan Shaw, defensive back, flagged for holding. It's his second big return that's been flagged and erased by Texas A&M, including a 99-yard kickoff return at Notre Dame. Mike Elko not happy. Plenty of mistakes for Texas A&M early on. This one cost them big time.
What we started was the Texas A&M football coaches Cabo Fund. And so what's going to happen now is every time one of our players gets a penalty, they're going to contribute to the coaches Cabo Fund. And so we'll see if that works.
Well, no laughing matter on a couple of huge penalties. This is the flag that they threw. Didn't look like much in live action, but it erases a monster return. 120. Ruben Owens off the left side. Le'Veon Moss left the previous A&M drive. On 2nd and 6, Marcel Reed double clutches, throws it high, and it's picked off. Callie Jones with the takeaway. Just as you diagrammed earlier, Jordan, the double clutch, the decision making leads to the ball sailing.
Boy, and this is just for Marcel Reed this game and this season.
They're letting the underdog Bulldogs stick around. Booth off the left side. Mississippi State is attempting to snap a 12-game SEC losing streak, which is the 3rd longest in school history. They haven't beaten a conference team since the win against Arkansas in 23. Big takeaway for Jones. Back to the run, a yard for Booth.
And leave this side one-on-one.
That's TJ Searcy. 4-man rush. Searcy can't get there, and Chapin has it knocked as he threw, and there's a flag rolled in. DJ Hicks with the hit on Blake Chapin.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 5, contact to the quarterback's helmet, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
There is no doubt the Aggies are as talented as anyone. They can't get out of their own way so far tonight.
No doubt. Really good job by Cassius Howell getting his hand initially on the ball as Blake Chapin's releasing it, and then you just
ground game. Devon Booth breaks a tackle, and the effort carries him over the yard to gain. It's a 1st down for State.
Booth, such an underrated running back, 3rd team All-SEC last year. Had a couple big runs called back already this year. The stats should actually be better
Chapin has it hit coming out of his hand, and it's taken away. A&M with the interception. It's Damian Sanford. Cassius Howe brought the pressure.
Back-to-back plays. Cassius Howe wins on a speed rush, gets his hand on the ball. This time leads to a takeaway, and A&M back in business.
And after the A&M takeaway, we got movement again. Which side was it? Aggies already backing up.
I'll tell you why Blake Chapin was so mad. He had Brennan Thompson on that play, and he still might be running with the football.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Brennan.
With Aggies in his lap and grass stains on his back. Here's Owens. They're really leaning on Ruben Owens now.
Yeah, us quarterbacks, we don't mind getting hit.
So Ruben Owens in the backfield gets another chance to tote it. And Cole, we haven't seen Le'Veon Moss in the last couple of plays.
Yeah, he's been working with the director of football rehab, Joe Girardi, no pun since the Yankees played today, on the bike, off the bike, getting some high knees in. He had his helmet off for a while, just buckled back up like he looks like he may try to re-enter this football game, but no official update at this time.
Craver in motion, the former Mississippi State Bulldog. Owens again lowers his head, and the entire pile will move.
By Chapin.
Marcel Reed wants to throw. On first down, he's going deep. And a flag down. The feet got tangled with Kelly Jones and the intended receiver, Ashton Bethel Roman.
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, Kelly, 15 yards.
15-yard penalty in the last drive is what gave A&M good field position. We approach the 2-minute timeout on the run by Ruben Owens. And about as comfortable walking down Bottle Cap Alley barefoot, watching what they failed to accomplish. And a deep one complete. There we go. Marcel Reed with a strike to Mario Craver, and he fights his way in. KC Concepcion with the extra effort and a 34-yard touchdown. Here's Bond. Randy Bond. A&M finds pay dirt.
Yeah, great recognition.
So this season, for every field goal and extra point made, Chapin backpedaling, gets taken down. Third sack of the game. It's Cassius Howe.
Boy, if you are left tackle.
Difficult task because he's a great rusher, but there are ways to offset it.
Still back into that trooper, okay? We know you've got history. Off the left side and Chapin with the carry. What would be better, to back into it? 4-man rush. Game's inside. They flick it out to the tight end. There's Seydou Traore. He's taken down by Captain Torian York.
They're planned to, quote unquote, you got it covered.
Polian punts it away. Concepcion had a big return last time that was called back. This from the 19. And they get to him immediately. And State thought the ball came out and think they have a takeaway. The far side judge disagrees and says he was down. Takeaway.
I just felt like even as
After video review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
Okay.
First down, Texas A&M.
They checked that from every angle possible. Gets it outside to Craver. And the quick whistle as his forward momentum was stopped. He's already thrown one pick tonight. And movement.
And maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Mike Elko and good right now.
This could come with a 10-second runoff.
Offense, right guard. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down. This foul qualifies for a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 41 seconds.
And Mike Elko's probably thinking, let's just take it to the house.
Signal.
Now,
Great hands, kept it himself. Good sleight of hand.
it's an interesting, you know, we laugh. I think the Cabo Coaches Fund.
Yep.
You really didn't like the suit?
No, I love the suit, actually. I just felt like a good line, you know. Knuckler taken 2 yards deep by Terry Bussey, and he gets hog-tied and waylaid, taken down at the 12. So Marcel 3-yard drive where they turned it over on the downs on the goal line. Still no Le'Veon Moss, and a cutback by Ruben Owens to only find a couple. This has been a very sure tackling team tonight. Mississippi State, including
Him offense in check.
They upgraded across the board from a personnel standpoint. Pick up the blitzer, and it's fired incomplete to Casey Concepcion. To 12. Play clock late. Pressure from his right side. Reed can't escape. Mississippi State with the sack. First of the night for the Bulldogs. Calvin is back to receive this one from White. Not great, but it takes an A&M hop. And that'll eat up some yardage and trickle all the way down to the 35. Monday night on the SEC Network, everybody's favorite slant every single time. Fluff Bothwell picks up 7 on first down. Sophomore from Oneonta, Alabama, transferred in from South Alabama. Back-to-back 100-yard games for the man they call Fluff. Got that nickname as a pudgy baby. No Fluff anymore. And he picks up a first down on consecutive carries.
Down, he can force A&M to play from behind a little bit, take the crowd out of it.
And there's a tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Dalton Brooks.
Boy, Dalton Brooks there, shot out of a cannon.
Chapin's got a share with the entire offensive line, and they tried to misdirection on the direct snap to Fluff Bothwell. Pressure. Whoa, smoke, but got it away. And a great open field tackle made by Will Lee. Dalton Brooks ended up in Chapin's hip.
Yeah, once again, Dalton Brooks on a pressure. Blake Chapin knows he's coming right here, knows his hot route is the running back, but it's going to take a second for the running back to get his eyes around. Holds onto it as long as he can. Really good job of just getting the ball out of his hand.
Both teams go 3 and out on their opening possession of the second half. Concepcion asks for a fair catch, takes it just shy of the 12. 5 minutes into this. What's funnier than that? I mean, really.
Your Twitter feed, MacBooks.
Marcel Reed gets rid of it to the perimeter, and Mario Craver. There's a lot of different ways you can measure a player's impact.
6 out of 716 receivers in the country in separation.
Over the middle to the tight end.
In other words, he's pretty dang good at getting open.
Yeah.
And that involves
targets, 3 catches for 18 yards. State has held their former teammate in check. There's a big gash for Ruben Owens.
And that's the impact of having playmakers like
Coleman Hunsler's trying to move his chess pieces around pre-snap. I'm not sure they got to where they needed to be. And wide open out of the backfield is Ruben Owens. And he's corralled just past the 45. Gain of 19.
Oh, I love this throw when the check down was there that time. Moved the sticks by just dumping it off easy. And another penalty.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
A&M's just doing the waltz. Up, over, back, over, around on that chessboard. On a call the perfect defense. They've got Moss back on the field, finds the edge, little shoulder dip and a great ankle tackle after the 4-yard gain. Gold, what do you got? Not ideal to be switching your centers. Here's Moss.
Guys out. Body language looks like they're coming this time.
From the edge, and Reed goes deep, overthrew his intended receiver, Craver. Judson back to receive this punt. Hesitation and then a kick away. Fair catch, backing him up to about the 35-yard punt. Chapin and Mississippi State. Chapin 7 of 10 through the air, but only 43 yards tonight. Double clutches and delivers a strike to the edge, and Aiden Williams, former Ole Miss Rebel. Bottom of the formation at the numbers outside the screen. The ball's on the ground, and A&M fell on it, I believe. Then it squirted free again, and State may have saved it. I thought Dan Hayes was on top of it at the outset, and then it came popping out, and Devon Booth wins this game of Hungry Hippo.
Wow, this is an RPO, so Chapin sees the pressure here, and he's going to pull it and throw a quick one to the right, but just loses control of it. He pulls it out of the belly of the running back, and really lucky to get that one back from Mississippi State.
Erases the game from first down. Chapin steps up in the pocket on time again. This is Anthony Evans. That will,
at some point, a turnover, a special teams play is going to be the difference.
Polium booms it. Concepcion at the 25. He got tripped up just enough. A&M the 13-yard return after a 58-yard punt. Let's get it to him. He had his own Tennessee State uniform. Here's a bust by Owens, and he's able to pick up the first down and take it past the logo. Reuben Owens has been a difference maker as much.
Running the football here. I like this from A&M.
Reed taking his time, and now will take off. And he completes it to Craver. First down, sideline, and a cutback. Beautiful run by Craver to set up A&M with a first and goal, 42 yards.
Boy, watch Mario Craver. He's going to be on a crossing route. He's going to hit the linebacker, and then he's going to get his eyes on Marcel Reed. See that he's scrambling, and a great job of tracing and mirroring him as he scrambles. He's actually supposed to be running across the field the other direction. But just a heck of a football play and awareness. And nearly made that 6.
Does State have another goal line stand in them? Owens taken down at the line.
So last time they got down here, I was here in the red zone.
It came off the bench against LSU last year, was magnificent in the run game. Reed with a fade. It is incomplete. Craver blanketed by Kelly Jones, who already has a pick tonight. To throw again into the end zone. Touch pass, touchdown. KC Concepcion, second of the night. Colin Klein intimated that they want.
So Reed put that on the money.
Bond's point after is good. He's never missed one in his A&M career.
With a ton of talent, trying to show that he can be the type of quarterback that can take this Aggies program to the college football playoff and beyond.
No return for Mississippi State.
What a ball game. Don't need to get it all back here.
Bothwell has been their leading rusher tonight, and that ground game has nowhere to go on first down. Fluff Bothwell swallowed up.
Well,
second 11, and anyone looking for it. One of the things we talked to Blake Chapin about was this is not. They overload one side, 4-man rush. Out to the edge. Need to make a man miss. Evans does, but only gets another yard.
Boy, this defense right now is swarming.
Fair catch. Concepcion at the 21. 49-yard punt.
Here in the second half from Marcel Reed.
Carry for Texas A&M, and they're going. And another opportunity for him. And he busts it to the outside. Huge gain for 23. And a Texas A&M first down on just his second carry of the night. Hands off again. Amaro gets maybe a yard. Their sixth consecutive game with an interception. Swing pass, Concepcion first down. 13-yard pickup. Marcel Reed out of the shotgun, swings it out to Mario Craver. And Craver stays on his feet after a 3-yard pickup.
That's a great question from Cole there, because it is important.
And after being an All-America at Tennessee State, where his dad eventually took over as a head coach. And that one's on time. A spin move by Craver. And finally out of bounds inside the 20. He used to run up the tunnel with the Tennessee State team. But still have the pants and everything on. Spikes on. Watching my dad coach him up. Le'Veon Moss finds a couple. Trying to deliver a blow. It's Le'Veon Moss. Le'Veon Moss's return after a torn ACL and a torn MCL, nothing short of miraculous. Back in before he had that monster game in the win at Notre Dame. Up the middle. First down run for Moss, a senior from Walker, Louisiana. Now it's Ruben Owens. So Reed will keep it himself, and he dances his way into the end zone. He has thrown for 2, and now he has run for 1. 7-yard touchdown run.
Maker down here when everything condenses in the red zone.
Bond punches it through. A&M's offense was shaken but not stirred in the first half. Now in the second half, it has been Texas A&M party just about all day. The blackout, celebration, sellout. Let's take a look at our high-speed highlights brought to you by T-Mobile 5G. Hoagie Stafford gave me pregame as Shapen tries to get this offense on track. That's the ball came out, popped out into the Aggies' hands, and Dalton Brooks takes it to the near sideline. Anthony Evans coughed it up. The Aggies have a takeaway, and they've got this game in a firm grip now.
What a dagger from this defense. Jordan Shaw, the transfer from Washington, does a great job here of standing up Anthony Evans, then going for the ball as Evans is really trying to secure it. And right into the hands of Dalton Brooks.
And another takeaway for this Aggies defense. Here's Ruben Owens. Cole, we were talking about Torian York a moment ago. This A&M defense have held State to 133 total yards. Ruben Owens. And that pile.
Find him in the flats or.
Reed, pump fake. A little Olay move. And now he'll scramble for it. And a first down by Marcel Reed.
And that's exactly what they did. Gave Marcel Reed the option to pull it. Had KC Concepcion in the flat. And
can be expanded when Marcel Reed is doing that. On the sweep, it's Craver. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Craver hit the crane on him.
It allows Craver to out-leverage those defenders. Right, we saw the last touchdown when was Marcel Red keeping it and getting north and south, and then now everybody's...
Oklahoma's setting up well for Red River, huh? And no return.
Best in the entire country.
Chapin, they're going to fake the reverse, and Brennan Thompson finds just a yard after all that.
So what he has for this defense is massive.
Nice cut back, and a first down run by Devon Book. Gets outside the numbers. Torian York, and like the Michael Jordan meme, he took it personally. He was wearing number 521. That pass is complete on a big hit. 521 in that camp, and he never forgot it. So every morning he would get up and do 521 sit-ups.
What?
521.
It's the Herschel Walker diet, right?
Yeah. Chapin going deep. State looking for life. They got it! Touchdown, Brennan Thompson! 44-yard strike and a stare down.
44-yard touchdown.
Bad snap, bad hold, and a crunch. Cole, you mentioned they had some issues with their long snapper earlier this game, and Will Lee made the holder pay for it. Squib kick, what a catch. Wow. Mario Craver snags it. They'll have decent field position. Gave him a splash.
Brent Key's got a much easier answer for that.
Yeah, just put a nightgown on him. Here's a bounce for Ruben Owens. He was a 5-star recruit and the #1 running back coming out of his class. And there's Owens again. And speaking of that class, Marcel Reed was telling us that we've stuck together. 2nd and 4. Owens flips. And here he goes. Ruben Owens to the outside. And he lays off the accelerator late as he's escorted out of bounds after a 37-yard run.
Boy, watch the block here by Reed Adams. He's going to get a double team, and he's going to get a little kick out right here. And Ruben Owens, a great job of staying patient, bouncing it outside. Obviously, you see the physicality that he runs with, but also some speed up front. Depth is kind of an issue, and they're just wearing down here late in this game. A&M's leaning on him.
First carry of the night for Amari Daniels. Owens is now on the sideline. I think trying to just don't see the return on that investment, Jordan. I'm not trying to make varsity anymore.
Tom, I don't see it either.
I tell you, I did speak to Tommy Moffitt, the strength coach for Texas A&M, legendary strength coach in this league.
If shame was possible, Jordan, for you. Here's a bounce and a good tackle on Amari Daniels. Due to an injury, this is a 27-yard attempt. And he has taken advantage of the second chance at the kicking job. When we return,
I know. Like, that Florida defense is good, so I didn't expect Texas to roll in there and have a ton of success on offense. I'm surprised at how much success Florida had on offense. They had 400 and something yards.
Especially against that defense.
Yeah, exactly. And we just hadn't seen that. We hadn't seen DJ play.
Incomplete. And I think now if you work off the headlines, there's a flag down. Working off the headlines at this point.
Defense, number 27. The ball in place of the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
We're starting to see some separation. There may not be.
Continue to get better since week 1, losing to Florida State. I mean, they look really good. beat a really good Vandy team today.
Here's Bothwell. Runs through a would-be tackler and steps out of bounds back at the 37.
And I think what's intriguing about this A&M team, when we do put it together.
Chapin slings it out to Bothwell, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. You know, before the game, I was looking at the schedule, and Bothwell is injured. Chapin taken down. Just as the game started. Another sack. Cassius Howell, pardon me. He had the sack trick against Utah State earlier this season.
Offensive tackle took full advantage of it.
Played for the legendary Kelly Donahoe at Rockhurst in Kansas City. Chapin delivers to the sideline, incomplete.
Overtime against Tennessee, but I think they came into this game really confident that they could come out of here with a W, and for a while it really looked like they could, and A&M just played night and day different in this second half. To go upward, and it sure seems like it is for Marcel.
Here's Morrow up the middle. 17-point fourth quarter is 11. Sometimes it's hard to do something like this from an administration standpoint, to sell people on the idea of wearing black head to toe. The Yell leaders put out a hype video. And they try to stretch it with Mario Craver. Looking for a blocker, and he steps through would-be tacklers and slides into second with a first down run.
Hey, Tom, you were talking about some of those traditions a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Well, we're talking with Mike Elko just about coaching here. And he obviously was here as a defensive coordinator under Jimbo. And he said
second, because again, we haven't seen 4 quarters of consistency on both sides of the ball, but they absolutely have flashes of being elite on both.
23 on third down.
That's elite.
The state coaching staff was joking. They said it doesn't matter how good or how terrible you are on first and second down. If you're elite on third down, nothing you can do. They played through the first half mistakes, and they got the offense out of the mud in the second half. Let's get you down the field. Coles with Coach Elko.
Coach, championship programs don't come out and play one brand of football for 4 quarters and win. You got to find different ways, make adjustments. Really felt like your team found a way to do that tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, obviously we struggled in the offense on first half. Defense stood up, made a whole bunch of plays. I think we got in a much better rhythm, figured some things out in the offense in the second half, went out and put the game away and played an SEC game the way you would want to.
It almost felt like Marcel had a play or a series of drives, a conversation that just the light came on and he got a lot more comfortable. Was there anything that you saw specifically for him?
No, I just think we found some things that he's very comfortable with. Tried to get him, got a little bit out of rhythm in the first half. We got him settled down, and when he settles down, he's a really good player.
I was telling some folks on the sideline, you're a little more intense than I knew, because I only knew you as a coordinator before. How much easier does your life become with your defensive front and what they're capable of doing?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing really well. Obviously, we've had some guys have to step up. We lost some really talented players last year, but we got a lot of confidence in that group. And the last 2 weeks, they've really played really good football.
You've given up 1 third down in 2 weeks, Coach.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Mike Elko, the smile at the end. He pointed out to us yesterday, this program has been on the upswing since we got here. That upswing certainly continues for a perfectionist who's going to go back and find a lot of mistakes in this film. But in the end, a win for A&M, and they stay undefeated. Let's get to the studio. Here's Peter.